12 Weight Loss Tips. In the age of information, many of the principles of health and fitness have become all but common knowledge. Nevertheless, there still is a very clear divide between those people who become successful and losing weight and or staying fit, and those who do not. Why is that? And what can you do to improve your chances of being in the successful minority as opposed to the unsuccessful majority? Here are some 12 great tips to be one of those successful minority. You can go through all these 12 tips at once, or check the timestamp on the description below to choose tips to start with. Weight loss tip number 1. Why most fail and only a few succeed at being fit. When it comes to the world of weight loss and being fit, there are generally two areas that help to determine what you can expect for your efforts. One being genetic factors, and two, psychological factors. Most of the information out there is geared around the genetic factors, and how to compensate for any natural shortcomings with a certain amount of physical activity and dieting. The most popular topics on genetics is that of body type. Anatomical body type is generally broken down into three basic groups: ectomorphic, mesomorphic, and endomorphic. Let us briefly look at each body type, which will help us in understanding the principles of weight loss. Ectomorphic types are characterized as people with thin, up, and down body frames who have the easiest time keeping their weight under control. Basketball players and runway models will often fit into this category. Mesomorphic body types are characterized as people with athletic frames and generally muscular, well-proportioned bodies. Bodybuilders and dancers will often fit in here. Endomorphic body types tend to be generally round figures and will often have the most trouble in keeping unwanted weight off of their bodies. Most of us are combinations of two or more of these types, with one being more dominant than the others. One important note about these anatomical types is that, while they may give some insight to how you look on the outside, they can deceive us as to how healthy you are internally. Many people who may be thin are literally decaying inside due to bad habits, poor diet, smoking, lack of exercise. By contrast, there are many people who are not stereotypically thin, but are pictures of healthy due to healthy lifestyles, proper nutrition, physical activity. The general role of knowing your body type is to get an explanation of how your body will tend to respond to your diet and lifestyle in terms of how easy or challenging it may be for you to hold it together in certain areas. Another way of classifying your body is by which of your hormone-producing glands dominates the way you process nutrients in the food you eat. These glandular, metabolic, types will fall into one of four categories, which are adrenal, thyroidal, pituitary, or gonadal. The explanation of each is very similar to that of the anatomical body types already mentioned. The adrenal type tends to correspond with the mesomorphic anatomical type. The thyroidal is similar to the ectomorphic, and the pituitary to the endomorphic. The gonadal type is a women-only classification that is a hybrid of being slender on the top, but somewhat larger below the waist with a greater amount of body fat. The gonadal body type among women is more commonly referred to as being pear-shaped. There is a third type of body classification that you may come across that originated in ancient India. It has to do with dashas, how the energy fields of the earth and your physical mass interact to influence how you feel. This is not directly related to the physical aspect of weight loss, but tends to give you an idea on what psychological advantages or challenges you may have when it comes to getting and staying fit. This brings me to a major point of clarity in this video. As valuable as all of the body type information may be to learning your body, it is not the end-all that it is often marketed to be. You are neither guaranteed to look and feel great nor doomed to be overweight and unhealthy simply based on your genetics and body classification. Body types should only be used to give you insight on what advantages or challenges that you may have in your quest for lifelong fitness, not a life or death sentence that limits what you can achieve. In reality, the psychological factors related to how you look and feel are really where the rubber meets the road in weight loss and staying healthy and fit. It is here that you will find the tools to overcome whatever physical challenges that you are faced with. Therefore, it is here where you absolutely focus the majority of your energy if you are become and stay successful with your health and fitness goals. One thing that many people do not consider is how the knowledge of their body type and what that means affects their psychological outlook in the first place. Many fit people who look great because they eat right and exercise do so because they already believe that they've got something that is valuable and maintained. Therefore, their healthy lifestyle is just a matter of course. The importance of the effect that your outlook on your results cannot be ignored. To put it plainly, your out directly affects your out. If you don't happen to be one of those people who seem to naturally have it together when it comes to your body, or you have been before, but have since lost the magic, then what you will need to do is simply tap into the strength of your own psyche to push you toward success. There are 5 key steps that you need to follow in order to take advantage of your own reservoirs of power, drive, and confidence. Self-acceptance. In order for any of this to work, you will want to either have or develop a certain level of self-acceptance for your body, and all of its great points as well as its weaknesses. This doesn't mean that you have to be satisfied with yourself when you may be out of shape. What it does mean, however, is that you have to be okay with having your best body, not someone else's. Find the keys to your own motivation. Different things work for different people. While there may be 4 or 5 body types, there are even more different personality types. You may want to try several different types of motivational tools to see which one you respond to best for the results you want. Here are a few ideas of things to try. Having a workout or diet buddy or buddies. Motivational books and tapes. Imagining how you will look and feel when you reach your personal best. Thinking of the quality of life benefits of being healthy and fit. Setting attainable goals after you've gotten number 1 and number 2 firmly under your belt. Most people try to simply pull random goals out of the sky. This can often lead to first failure then disappointment when issues with self-acceptance are combined with a lack of understanding what motivates you. Drown yourself in those things that motivate you. Once you've figured out what works for you, drown yourself in it. If it works, then work it. Take full advantage of the number 1 factor in successfully achieving weight loss and maintaining physical fitness. Maintain your progress by making fitness a lifestyle. As many of you know by now, I am not a fan of traditional diets. They simply do not work. More than anything else, it is your day-to-day lifestyle that will determine what results you get, and your psychological outlook is what either drives you to or pulls you away from the activities that form that lifestyle. There is simply no reason on earth that you cannot be one of the successful people when it comes to weight loss and fitness. Weight loss tip number 2. How to pick a good personal trainer. All personal trainers are not created equal. Learn how to separate the cream of the crop from the sour milk with this eye-opening video. One of the major benefits of several weight loss programs is that you can lose weight and meet your fitness and weight loss goals even if you have neither the time nor money to get a personal trainer. At the same time, if you do ultimately decide to hire a trainer at some point, I want to make sure that you are going about it in a way that will bring you the absolute maximum benefit. There's no doubt that getting a good personal trainer has many benefits, including but not limited to speeding up the learning curve, great source of motivation, getting increased results, having a training partner to hold you accountable. At the same time, it is a huge mistake to simply rely on any old trainer to help you to consistently get the results that you desire. I can't tell you how many people pay tons of money for expensive personal trainers and get little to no results after months and months of working with these people. To keep as many people as possible from this horrific fate, I've put together a little checklist to help you in choosing a trainer that is worth your money, time, and efforts. All trainers are not created equal, so you do the picking. There are a lot of gyms and health clubs who will literally assign you a trainer when you sign up for the one-on-one option. Don't fall for this. With the time, effort, and discipline that it takes to get great results for your body, even with a trainer, you want to make sure that you are getting someone that you are going to be both happy and comfortable with. You will want to meet several trainers, and may even want to ask a couple of them for a trial session to get a feel for their coaching style, depth of knowledge, and motivational skills. It also would not be a bad idea to talk to some of the members of the gym who are already in great shape and ask them which trainer or trainers they think knows what he or she is doing. You'll be surprised at the quality of information that you will get. Don't listen to a trainer who does not look any better than you do. I literally gasp for air every time I walk into a gym and see a trainer with a client and noticing that the trainer is in no better, if not worse shape than the person who is paying them to improve their health and physique. I mean, really, do the math on this one. How can someone who has not achieved what you want to accomplish possibly help you how to get there? You wouldn't take investment advice from someone who is broke, you wouldn't pay for piano lessons from someone who's tone deaf, and you certainly wouldn't ask for tutoring from the class dunce and then pay him to do it. So why in the world would you pay someone to help you have the body you want who has not already accomplished it for themselves? One size does not fit all. Just like you tend to wear clothes that complement your particular body composition, there are numerous aspects of working out and dieting that will cater to making the best out of your very unique body type and its characteristics. Make sure that whatever trainer you use is not only knowledgeable of this fact, but makes it a part of your program to evaluate specifically what should be done to best enhance body type, not someone else's. Expect the unmagical. Rome was not built in a day, and neither will your best physique be. It is not what you do in spurts, but what you do consistently, or a long period of time that determines what your body will look like, and how well it will function. Hiring a personal trainer may slightly accelerate your results, and will most definitely focus them. Nevertheless, a trainer is not the end-all to your development, and getting what you want out of this will take just as much if not more work than you would have to put out anyway. Think of your trainer as a guide and a coach, not the silver bullet to your best body in 30 days or less. Just know that as long as you are consistent, your results will gradually take care of themselves. Be a good student. Once you've picked a good personal trainer who you feel comfortable with and confident in, listen to them. Make sure to really take advantage of not only the precious time that you have with them during your workouts, but also to their wealth of knowledge regarding your health and fitness that you can apply to your life outside of the gym. Many of the information and techniques that you learn from a good trainer can serve you well for much of your life as you constantly improve your overall health and well-being. Whether you are a fitness newbie or a seasoned exercise buff looking to take your workout program to the next level, a well-selected personal trainer can be a huge benefit to the attainment of your fitness goals. Just make sure that you are shrewd in your selection of them, and that you sponge all of the good information that you can for yourself. If you truly take on the task of doing it right, I assure you that you won't regret it. Weight loss tip number 3: moderate drinking may help you with weight loss. The connection between moderate drinking and avoiding heart disease is pretty much old news to most at this point. But now, studies are saying that those who have 1 to 2 drinks a few times a week are less likely to become obese. Finally, a weight loss do and don't that we can have some fun with. Not too much fun though. Those of us who consume 4 or more drinks daily are a whopping 46% more likely to be obese, research says. The connection between moderate drinking and avoiding heart disease is pretty much old news to most of us at this point. This new information was based on a study of over 8,000 people conducted by Dr. James Rohrer of the Mayo Clinic and Dr. Ahmed Arif from the Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center. We don't want to give people the wrong impression, says Rohrer. We certainly don't want to recommend that non-drinkers become drinkers just to control their weight. If you're a non-drinker, don't panic. The odds for moderate drinkers are only 73% better than non-drinkers for staying thin. The main message here is that a few drinks consumed socially isn't anything to worry about if that's your MO. Some experts don't completely agree with these findings. Dr. David L. Katz, director of Yale University's Prevention Research Center, says that the slight reduction in obesity risk may very well be attributed to additional healthy behaviors unrelated to drinking. Many health-conscious people have a daily drink because of the widely touted health benefits. It may be a constellation of behaviors in such people that lead to weight control, says Katz. This would produce the appearance of a weight control benefit from moderate drinking, but it would be illusory. Well, here's my 2 cents on the matter. As mentioned above, I feel that the primary takeaway from this research is that responsible, moderate drinkers need not be alarmed at the implications of drinking on their weight loss. Though the overall trend presented here makes sense to me, I am a slight bit skeptical of the percentages given for risk levels. My suspicion comes from the fact that body mass index, or BMI, was used as a measure of obesity. As once mentioned, BMI is not the best determination of true obesity. Its measurements, though useful, are not accurate enough to be followed to the letter, certainly not for coming up with percentages in a medical research study. So if you choose to drink, do it moderately and responsibly. And if you don't choose to do so, that's okay too. Whatever you choose to do, make sure you're eating right and exercising daily. Weight loss tip number 4, protecting your spine and lower back while you lose weight. When most people begin a weight loss program or diet plan so that they can tone up and/or lose weight, they often forget about the most important aspect of any exercise and diet program. Although there are numerous ways in which exercising safely is beneficial to you, one of the most important and the least observed is concerning the spine and lower back. There is nothing inherently wrong with spinal movement. However, problems tend to arise over time as a result of holding static positions such as sitting or standing with bad posture, or not using proper body mechanics for lifting objects over a period of months and/or years. Due to the above factors, a very large portion of the population eventually develops one form or another of complications with their lower spine and back. Here are some ways that you can protect your lower back and spine area from injury and strain while exercising to tone up and lose weight. Avoid bending over and lifting objects with your back muscles. This is a common habit that wears down on the spine and lower back area by placing more tension on the area than it should be handling. As an alternative, bend fully at the knees when picking up objects of any significant weight and use the power of your larger, much stronger leg muscles to carry the majority of the weight load and give your lower back and spine a break. Strengthen your abdominal muscles for additional back support. The abdominal muscles are antagonists to the lower back, meaning that they stabilize movement at the back by providing a force in the opposite direction. They also have the potential to significantly reduce, or even stop a force made on the back if they are strong enough. Either way, you slice it, watching out for your spine is a crucial part of your weight loss program, and that it keeps your body in good enough condition to continue your plan to help you tone and lose weight effectively. Weight loss tip number 5. Trim down your waist to avoid heart attack. A recent global study has come to some pretty alarming conclusions about the link between your waist to hip ratio and the risk of suffering from a heart attack. How does waist to hip ratio work? Well, if your waist and hips are exactly the same circumference, you have a ratio of 1:1. If your waist is smaller than your hips, the ratio will go down. For example, if your waist is only half as big around as your hips, it changes to 1:2. If the opposite is true, and your waist is twice as big as your hip area, the ratio goes up to 2:1. Apparently, having a waist to hip ratio of 1:1 or more greatly increases your chances of suffering from a potentially fatal dysfunction of the heart. Check your waist to hip ratio. Being in a state of obesity makes the threat many times worse. Currently, there are more than 300 million obese people worldwide. An obese person is generally regarded as someone with a body mass index, BMI, of 30 or more. Find out your body mass index, BMI. What makes this issue so tricky is that some people will have a natural advantage with their WHR based on their genetic body type and shape. Women with small waists and curvy hips will have the easiest time managing this ratio, while both men and women who have large midsections will have the most difficult time managing it. Regardless of gender or body type, what is important for you to know is that you must do everything you can to keep your waist size down. In addition to heart attack, the weight-hip ratio has been linked to determining your general risk of developing chronic diseases. It represents one of the many reasons why weight loss has so much more to offer you than just a great body, although it does come with that. The Your Best Body Now weight loss program teaches you not just how to lose weight, but how to improve your entire lifestyle to make weight control and waist control simple and easy. You only get one chance at life. Take care of it by living healthy and fit. Weight loss tip number 6. Use antioxidants in your weight loss program. If you're smart, you should not only be focusing on your goal to lose weight, but to maximize your weight loss program to its full extent by getting some health benefits out of it as well, and make them priority number 1. One of the health benefits you should be aiming for as you lose weight should be getting a good daily dosage of antioxidants while on your weight loss plan, and even afterward while in maintenance mode. Just a few short years ago, the average person had never even heard of an antioxidant, let alone could actually tell you what one was. Now, antioxidants are one of the biggest buzzwords in health and fitness. Nearly every other product on the market claims to be chock full of them. So what are they? And what's so damn good about them that it creates such hoopla? Simply put, antioxidants fight to help eliminate the body of one of its most dangerous internal enemies, free radicals. Free radical is the layman's term for an oxygen atom that has been split in half, so that it only has one electron as opposed to the two that it is supposed to have. These split particles are constantly being made in the body, and if they are left unchecked, they can cause a myriad of problems. One such problem is to bump into and damage the internal tissues of the body's organs and systems. A second problem is to attach themselves to molecules within the body and throw off the chemical balance within us, setting off chemical chain reactions and causing health problems while multiplying more and more new free radical particles from these reactions. Damage from free radicals has been proven to contribute to such common and deadly illnesses as atherosclerosis, cancer, quickening the aging process, and eye cataracts. There are currently 3 vitamins and 2 minerals that have been identified to have antioxidant properties. The 3 vitamins are vitamin C, vitamin E, and beta-carotene. The 2 minerals are sulfur and selenium. As you embark on your weight loss program, remember that your goal is not only to lose weight, but to gain optimum health. Weight loss itself is just an added benefit of being a holistically healthy person. Weight loss tip number 7, you become who you hang around. Can you remember the last few times you completely gorged on food that you knew was making you fat? Were you alone? And if not, who were you with? More than likely, you were pigging out with the same person or group of people that you have no doubt done this with on more than one if not many occasions. One of the thing you should know is that a regular treat is actually a healthy thing to keep you mentally in the game of weight loss. At the same time, we can all tend to go overboard with this when we are in certain company. Whether that company be friends, a significant other, or coworkers, it can be difficult to not give in to the pressure and go along with whatever fattening food they may want you to indulge in with them. So how can you get a grip on the situation? One word: control. Now, when I mention this control, I'm not talking about the strict, cast iron stomach type that has you to stick to your celery and fruit even in the midst of your favorite pizza or pastry. If you had that, you wouldn't be pigging out in the first place, right? What I'm referring to is much easier, because you don't have to do it all alone. This type of control is not just over yourself, but is exercised on your environment. It works by simply letting everyone around you know that you are participating in weight loss not just for aesthetics, but for your health, and sincerely ask for their help. Some people in your life will be resistant to your change at first. However, with time and consistency you will see them develop a respect for you that will make them want to help you eat the right thing, so that you reach your weight loss goals. This doesn't mean that you'll never enjoy your favorite decadent food with friends or loved ones again, but it does help you to not fall into a revolving door of poor food choices by giving into every bad-for-you treat that is placed before you. Then, when you do get around to indulging, you can do so guiltlessly because you've exercised the control to stay on the weight loss straight and narrow, most of the time. Weight loss tip number 8, have your cake and burn it off too. With Christmas less than a month away, the holiday season is almost over, but the holiday eating for most people will last for nearly another month. I could try and tell you how to not eat anything but lettuce and fruit while the rest of the family is enjoying succulent hams, delicious cakes, and scrumptious pies, but that would be a waste of time, wouldn't it? Besides, if you've been good all year with your eating habits, haven't you? Why shouldn't you get to enjoy some of that wonderful holiday food? But what about your weight? Your waistline? I can show you how to manage that. The trick is to not get so carried away with all that food that all your weight loss and fitness efforts go down the tube. How is that done? It's pretty simple, actually. Just like any successful undertaking in life, it all comes down to a few rules that are geared toward helping you reach your goal. Keeping yourself together after sampling a veritable feast is no different. In this case, there are just a few things you need to keep in mind and follow. 1. Don't munch yourself into a coma day after day. Choose 3 or 4 designated days through the rest of the season to do your thing at the table, and practice restraint on the rest. 2. On your big eating days, plan a morning cardio workout that is about an hour long. Why an hour? 60 minutes of cardiovascular activity at the start of your day will keep your metabolism elevated well into the afternoon. It doesn't matter what you do, the gym, walking around the block, jogging with the dog, whatever. Just plan to do an hour of something on each of those mornings. 3. Don't eat anything before your workouts. Just jump right into them with a bottle of water, and don't allow yourself to be too interrupted until you're done. This will help you to get the most out of shedding some of the fat that is already stored on your body to give you a head start on the day's festivities. 4. This one is optional, but can make a difference if you stick to it. If you know that you just aren't going to be able to resist all those wonderful cakes and pies, try eating them with your entrees and pass on all or most of the starchy sides. Remember, the goal here is not so much to lose weight, but to break even. All you want to do is survive so that you don't blow up like a house and derail all of the work that you may have done up unto this point. Weight loss tip number 9. Don't be a New Year's casualty. I got so caught up in this year's fitness goals that I completely forgot about something that I usually brace myself for this time of year. But no sooner had I stepped into my gym a week or two ago than I was sharply reminded of it. Reminded of what? You may ask. The New Year's resolution crowd. They come every year like snowbirds. They're so predictable that I can literally set my watch by them at the stroke of midnight each New Year's Eve. And they're so easy to tell from everyone else too. They show up in January in flocks and droves so thick that there is literally a line in front of every piece of equipment at the gym. Then around mid to late March they start disappearing one by one like game birds being picked off by hunters. By April, they're pretty much all gone. These seasonal birds are the joke of the gym every hunting season. The question is, will you be one of them? Because you certainly don't have to be. Everyone who's in shape now was once someone who was just getting started, or getting back on the horse after letting themselves go a bit. So getting a fresh start is nothing to be ashamed about. In fact, it should be applauded. Getting started new and fresh means that you have stepped up to the plate to do something that so many people at home just are not willing to do for themselves. The trick is not to let it all end just as quickly as it started. I'll give you the secret to being the last man or woman standing when everyone else has flown back north, because they couldn't hack it. Set your weight loss and fitness goals now. Make them as specific as possible. The dress or waist size you want, your perfect weight, the outfit you want to wear, the reaction you want to get. Write it all out. Studies have shown that written goals are more than twice as likely to become reality than those that are not. Then when you go in the gym, forget about everybody else. You heard me right, everybody. Don't pay any attention to those toned physiques that look like they must have taken years to put together. Pay no mind to the show-off in the corner doing some fancy upside-down exercise with chains, ropes, and 2 machines. They aren't your concern. It's all about you. Your body. Your goals. Your workout. Your results. Go ahead and take that before picture. Look at it every day as you work away from the old and toward the new you. If you can just make it through the first few months, you've greatly increased your chances of being around for the long haul. Don't cheat yourself by being one of this year's gym casualties. And if you can't make it to a gym, that's all the better. Do the Your Best Body Now 15-minute workout at home and find a place close to home to get in your cardio. The only thing that can keep you away from your goals is you. Don't allow that to happen. Start this year strong and dig as deep as you can to make sure that you keep it up until you get exactly what you want. You can do it. I know you can. Weight loss tip number 10. What's stopping you from weight loss? One of my favorite success quotes talks about having a single, overriding objective, and making everything else in life bend towards helping you to attain that objective. Well, I've got a challenge for you. I am literally daring you to make your weight loss goals the single, overriding objective to which you will make other things bend this month. Am I asking you to put your weight loss absolutely first? Before family? Before work? Certainly not. Of course, there will always be things in your life that will be more important to you than this. However, I do believe that the list of things more important than your own weight loss and fitness is a short one. I also believe that even many things that are more important can be modified to help accommodate this part of your life. There's also a point to be made that without your health, nothing else matters anyway. I mean, think about it. Obesity is either a root cause or an aid in almost every major deadly disease and condition. I think that calls for your fitness and weight loss program to be just a bit of a top priority. Wouldn't you agree? I thought so. Now, if you haven't been prioritizing your program, I don't want you to go beating up on yourself. That's not what this is about. Instead of dwelling on what you may not have done, put in some extra effort this month to find ways to make sure that you are making the time and resources available to yourself that you need to stay in shape. Schedule your exercising, keeping it simple and easy. This sounds so simple. But you wouldn't believe how many people I talk to who try to get a workout in if they can get around to it, and never do. Look, the reality is that many busy people these days will not be able to get to the gym or even be able to work out at home every day. And the good news is that you don't have to. Get out your planner and really take a hard look at your schedule. If nothing else, you will need to find 3 to 5 days in a week that you can set aside at least 30 minutes for some cardio. Of course, you will get better results with 5 days, but it is more important that you are doing something than doing a lot. Try to plan activities that are easily accessible and even fun if you can. A cardio funk class at a gym that's nearby. Jogging while you walk the dog around the neighborhood. Sticking your favorite cardio DVD into the player and working it out. Do whatever is easy, simple, and hopefully fun. You want to set yourself up for success, so don't try and complicate the issue. Plan your grocery shopping for weight loss. Create a master list of all of the healthy foods that you'll need to get through the week eating healthy. Go and get them all at once and then stock them at home. This way, you will always have healthy food options that will help you in your weight loss goals. You also won't be caught off guard with the munchies and nothing to snack on in the house but your children's, or significant others', junk food. You can also plan to take certain snacks to work with you that can help you stay away from the temptations of donut and pizza peddling coworkers. Take advantage of weekend time. The fact of the matter is that for most people, the weekend is the only time when they have complete control over what they do during the day. Why not take advantage of this time to make sure you get in a little jog or some aerobics, or even biking in the morning or afternoon when you are having some downtime? Look at it this way, you'll be knocking out 2 days of workouts before the week even begins. Then, based on your personal program, you will only have to worry about doing it again 1, 2, or 3 days. This will go a long way to take some pressure off of you, so that you won't feel like you failed just because you got busy for a day or two and truly just could not get around to doing anything for your body. Using these tactics will go a long way in making sure that you are able to stick with your program and not quit even during times when your schedule is hectic and keeping up is rough. 1 day at a time. Most people won't tell you this, but having the discipline to stay in shape, especially in the eating department, is something that usually is gradual and takes some time. Therefore, there is absolutely no reason why you should feel defeated if you mess up on any given day. Just get back on the horse and commit to yourself that you'll get it right the next, and then the next, and then the next. And when you slip up again, get over it quickly and do better the next day. I know this all sounds pretty simplistic. That's because it really is simple. What makes it so challenging is that ugly 4-syllabus word called consistency. It's what separates people who achieve from those who don't in virtually any endeavor. But the bottom line of it all is that if the days that you do the right things far outweigh the days you do the wrong things, you will be truly successful in the end. And yes, it really is that simple. Weight loss tip number 11. How starving your body can make you gain weight. Yes, you heard me well. How starving your body can make you gain weight. One of the things that makes people not get the weight loss results that they want is that they may occasionally be starving their bodies. There are 2 basic ways that this can happen. One is for it to be done inadvertently, like when you just get busy and forget to eat. Another is when you purpose deprive your body of food to try and speed up your results. Regardless of how it happens, either scenario in this case is equally damaging. Although you will decrease the calories that you take in, which may lead to some short-term weight loss, the kicker here is that you will be slowing down your metabolism. What this means is that after the starving is over, your body will hold on to the next meal you eat for dear life, expecting to be starved again. If you allow starvation to become a habit, you will actually be contributing to your own weight gain in the future. Therefore, make sure that you are keeping your meals no more than 4 hours apart. As long as you do this, you will be supporting the healthy metabolism that you'll need to lose the kind of weight that you've committed to. Weight loss tip number 12, live a healthy lifestyle. Obesity is one of the biggest problems faced by millions of people. This has resulted in a big weight loss corporate industry in the country like Weight Watchers, Ginny Craig, and many others. Although there are good programs, I feel people can themselves do quite a bit to reduce their weight. The two major factors in weight loss are exercise and controlled diet. I have put together 11 points which will be useful to individuals looking to reduce their weight. 1. Eat at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. Most fruits are low in calories and make you full sooner. Not to mention the other vitamins and fibers they also contain. 2. Read those nutrition fact labels. It is a good idea to know how many calories you are consuming. Some foods combos can be deceptive. For example, if you are having a plate of salad topped with lot of high-calorie dressing and a soda, that you have just had more calories than you might get from a combination of grilled chicken sandwich, with no cheese and dressing, plus diet soda. So be smart with what you eat. Prefer home-cooked food as much as possible. 3. Eating smaller frequent meals will also help you cut down the total intake of calories compared to 3 big meals a day. Give yourself a break. Being too restrictive can anyway demotivate you, so to give yourself regular breaks. But do not overeat at the same time, be conservative and try to make up for it in other meals. 5. Drinks, soda, juice, cream is all loaded with sugars which we usually do not account into our diet plan. Drink water instead. 6. Exercise. Do not always depend on your car for everything, walk wherever you can. Go hiking in those backpacks help to burn extra calories. Make friends who have an active lifestyle, join gym, or get a treadmill in your home. Remember to increase your exercise in a progressive manner day by day, instead of doing strenuous exercise from day one. Be practical on what your body can take and avoid overexertion. 7. Get motivation. Talk to people who have had success in weight loss, and they will give you a lot of inspiration. 8. Get enough sleep, reduce stress and live happy. 9. Reward yourself when you reach your monthly weight loss milestones. 10. Never give up, even if you have failed a few times previously. 11. Eating slowly can lead to weight loss. Did you ever notice that thin people take an awfully long time to eat their food? Eating slowly is one method that can help take off pounds. That's because from the time you begin eating it takes the brain 20 minutes to start signaling feelings of fullness. Fast eaters often eat beyond their true level of fullness before the 20-minute signal has had a chance to set in. The amount of calories consumed before you begin to feel full can vary significantly depending on how quickly you eat. So slow down, take smaller bites and enjoy and savor every tasty morsel. If you like these weight loss tips, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so I can send you notification anytime I post a new video like this one. Thank you for watching.